Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so the confirmation hearings have started, and obviously the Democrats are viewing these hearings as their stage, their spotlight. It's their time to shine, right? We got millions of eyes all paying attention to these confirmation hearings, and obviously Democrats want to use that opportunity to cast doubt on this incoming administration and, of course, to present themselves as the logical alternative. But see, for that to play out properly, you need to have a little bit of leverage, or the environment, the moment needs to be right. You need to meet the moment, and right now is not that moment. The people are behind the Trump administration like never before, and they're frankly sick and tired of the divisive crap, the divisive nonsense that Democrats are pushing. But Democrats don't care about that, and so they're just continuing with their, expected behavior, #resistance. And in doing this, I think they're not only squandering their opportunity of having a moment here during these hearings, no, I think they're actively and unknowingly sabotaging their party's image. This isn't the big resistance moment that Democrats were hoping for. This is complete embarrassment. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on, or rather what the Democrats are doing to themselves. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so I first want to start off with Adam Schiff because, if we're talking about Democrat embarrassment, well, he's probably the best face that represents the concept. Well, during Pam Bondi's confirmation hearing, it was supposed to be Adam Schiff's moment to shine, but instead, embarrassment, like I said.
Nappy time.
It is an existential threat, Senator, and also I have not seen it yet, but from what I've heard about former FBI Director Wray's comments on 60 Minutes regarding China, sleeper cells within our own country, infiltrating our water systems, our natural gas lines, telecommunications.
There's the sleeper cell.
That's the first clip that I wanted to lead with, just because I find it so funny. It seems as though little Schiffy boy here fell asleep during the hearing. And while that's embarrassing, let me tell you, it wasn't the most embarrassing Adam Schiff moment. Actually, if you think about it, it might be one of the least embarrassing Adam Schiff moments. Because where Adam Schiff really screws himself isn't when he's got his eyes and mouth closed. No, it's when he opens his mouth.
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called,
also worried about Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
the
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87% higher than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is
focused
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the
if I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it.
I'm just asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any ongoing
to power.
investigation,
So let me ask you another.
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you be able to review hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question is.
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want.
You'll be able to review
Listen,
hundreds
I'm
of
not going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask
You were
another question.
censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
Holy moly, that was brutal. You could tell he's trying so hard to get his moment. He just wants that little soundbite moment, but he didn't get it. Not even close. Another shameful display from Adam Schiff. This guy's completely off the frickin' rocker. He's lost the plot. And now I can't tell if it's genuine or not. Is he actually like this, or is it just an act because he knows it works well in his district? It works well for fundraising. I don't know, but it's just such a bad look to the general population. And really, that's something that I think Democrats need to contend with here. Again, it's the two roads that are presented to them. Do they continue down this anti-Trump hysteria nonsense road, or do they slowly start moving back to reality? Well, I guess the party leadership is signaling where they want to go, and it's full-on hysteria mode. It's the Adam Schiff experiment. Here we go again. But I'm not so sure it's a good idea for them. Let's just delve into the premise that Adam Schiff was trying to set here. He's going after after Pam Bondi, asking her if she would push back against the president? Quote, say no to the president? What are you saying, little Schiffy? Are you suggesting that the incoming Attorney General of the United States should actively work to subvert the president? The commander-in-chief? The commander of the US military? He is the executive of the country. It's obvious what Adam Schiff is doing here. He's pushing the same anti-Trump hysteria as if Trump is a criminal, Trump's a tyrant, an authoritarian, a danger to our democracy, and therefore the Attorney General, I guess in his view, needs to be pressured into working against the leadership of the president. It's completely insane. What Democrats are doing here, with Adam Schiff leading the charge, is again promoting this hysterical reaction to Donald Trump becoming president again. It's all about manufacturing outrage, and it's so clearly hyper-partisan. And Democrats are doubling down on the resistance. And just going back to what I said in the intro, it's crazy to me because I don't think there's any demand for what we've been seeing here.
Our veterans get every damn thing that they deserve because they signed on the dotted.
This aggressive, googly-eyed Karen behavior. It's just really not a good look, but more specifically, it's not what the American people are looking for. Approval of Congress is in the gutter. Why exactly? Well, because Congress can't seem to work together. I wonder why. Well, mostly because the left has gone completely insane, and so it's impossible to find consensus on anything when the mandate of the left is just resist literally anything that Donald Trump does, says, or even implies. People want the Democrats to work with Donald Trump. They want to see something positive come out of this Trump administration, but I don't think Democrats are willing to work on delivering that. And I think that's what's been on full display throughout these cabinet hearings. Democrats playing horrible character assassination partisan games, just generally being antagonistic, vile, and aggressive, and I think people are realizing it. Even former leftist CNN host Chris Cuomo seems to be coming to the same conclusion.
My opinion is we saw the enemy today at Pete Hegseth's Armed Services Committee hearing, and it's us. Not you, but the toxic game of division played by the people who we put in power. Let me ask you, what questions would you have for a potential Secretary of Defense? What are you going to do about China, Russia, terror, Pentagon size, drones? Or would your top concern be his marriage? Is your biggest fear that an army of trans folk are going to take over? Because those were the concerns that the most deliberative body in the world focused on today.
It's just a horrible look. It's not what people are looking for, and I think it's going to backfire. Democrats are trying to bring back the 2018 era where anti-Trump hysteria and Russia collusion nonsense was all the rage, but the people have moved on, and I think it's high time the Democrats do the same thing. You have an actual legitimate issue or legitimate protest, then sure, bring it. But this nonsense, this absolute garbage display that we saw during these hearings, these character attacks and these character assassinations, and this implication that I guess Pam Bondi is just some sort of useful stooge for incoming dictator Trump to just rubber stamp everything he wants to do, this old played out shtick, yeah, it just ain't it. The Democrats have once again completely embarrassed themselves, and that seems to be the bipartisan consensus here. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.